here is the mix for the trees. In here I've got fresh cow muck, very fresh, it's only a day old. I've got zeolite powder, volcanic rock crushed powder, well it's not powder, it's sort of sand, and clay which is dried clay soaked in water which has been rectified water, as we call it. They call it structured water. I've got building sand as well, which I will add to this. But it's not going to be easy to record all this. That's not going to work at all, is it? It's not working. Oh, putain, comment on peut enregistrer là? Oh chien ce truc là. Hein? You want to do something and show what you're doing, and the bloody thing falls off everywhere. There, you can stay on there for the moment. Okay. At the moment, it's still very runny, which is good. I thought it was going to be not runny. I think we finished with this one. Now I can take that out now. We need any more water? Not. I've already done a batch of trees yesterday, so this is the second batch. Hopefully the last batch. But I could really do a lot more trees than I'm planning to do, because there's lots of trees needing help here. Now, if I remember yesterday, it needs to be runny enough that it attaches to the trunks. Sticks rather. And it is running enough at this minute. Sand and more. Maybe. And then I'll be adding some more water. No doubt you're complaining that it's suddenly too dry. I record. This is going to fall off of the wheelbarrow. I can just show one tree as an example, or we don't need to go around every tree, do we? With the camera. It will be very entertaining, no doubt, but I haven't got the means to attach the camera on me, have I? No, not really. No. Never mind. the way it is. The important is you get to see what I'm doing, and that the trees got. At least the main trees which need help. Okay, I think we're ready to go. So, you, dear machine, come with me. What I could do is I could have a log in there, so I would put that on the log and it would be safe. Oh, little log, so stay there, machine, please. We're sure we don't need any more sand. Let's have a look at the view. Getting no view at the moment. Très bien, ok, on y va. Ouais. Alors, par où on commence? And do the big cherry tree. No, actually, no. We'll go somewhere else instead. We'll come back to you, cherry tree, afterwards. Feel free to be very complimentary on my dress code today. Now here I show you, I did a little bit of this tree here, which is an ash tree, which is not in very good condition. There's lots of dead branches. It's enormous, it's very old. See, lots of dead ones. Not good. And last night I noticed that crack on the trunk, so filled that with a magic paste. That's the point. Never mind. So you can see it has started to dry in places. Let's have a look. See, here is still wet, and here you can't quite see with the light. Here it's dry, so it's interesting. It has taken all night to dry. See, here there's a dry part, wet part. I've only put a thin layer because I don't know how much to put, but I'll come back to this tree afterwards because it's very important this tree gets done. I keep putting my finger on the lens as well. Okay, on y va. So we go back to the trees I had not finished yesterday. I did them before bed, thinking that it would be better, it would work better during the night rather than dry straight away. But I didn't have enough paste to do every tree. So I'm going back. Shall I go and finish the ones? Yes, I'll go and finish the ones. This video might be a full hour by the time it's finished because can stop it at any time. However, I don't want to do the video in bits because it's a hassle. Hello, geeslings. Yes. This has a very scary geese. Now, okay, that one's been done last night. Is it finished? Have you got enough? Oh, you can't see, it's too dark, that's it. That's better. See, it's still wet at the bottom. I think you're done really, aren't you? You could do with a bit more. Maybe I'll come back to you if I've got some left. I'll go instead. Let's show you, since I'm here, this apple tree here. I hope you can see, I can't see anything with the sun. Has been done last night. It's not in very good condition, the trunk is a bit split in places, and this one. Oui, monsieur Gousling. Mais oui. Qu'est-ce qu'il a le Gousling? Hein? Yes, you look very well. So this tree has been done yesterday. This one has really suffered. It had this around it to stop the rabbits eating it. But this stuff apparently also acts as a rabbit deterrent. So this one has had a lot. That one is a pear tree, actually. Hello. I'm not looking for worms today. You'll have to play on your own. And this one has been done. Same. See, this one is not entirely dry yet, even though it's been in the morning sun. That's how much I've put on it. These two little oaks were done, so I've done all those trees, like on this row. I'll show you that one and then get going with the neck. See, that one isn't entirely dry yet either. But I need to come back and chop plants around those weeds because they are hiding the light to the tree. But this, he's alright, but that stalk at the bottom doesn't look too good. This sucker, I left missing a bit maybe. Madame, I'm not looking for worms, I've told you. You have to play on your own today. Well, for the moment. Now let's go. I'm not going to be able to touch this afterwards, so I'll put it somewhere where everything's very visible. So that's done, that's done. I'll do a bit of this big tree, which is a beautiful oak. Unfortunately, its branches were cut. Which is such a shame because it was so beautiful. Okay, you stay like that. Yes, the machine. No. Okay, oh, I've put it the wrong way. If it's this way, you better put it. Okay. Up. Oh, that tree is not looking too good, but that's an old one. We'll have to do for the moment. Fuck, a lot of these trees are split. I don't understand why. Okay, that's not very good like that. You're playing with the neck, aren't you? I'm getting very dusty as well. log is a bit too, not quite the right size. Right. First of all, this tree is one of the healthiest ones. It hasn't got too much wrong with it. Put the grass from the base, so the grass doesn't get all the remedy. Why now? That's too close, isn't it? What about if I put it that way? That's a very good idea. Unless I just move the bin the other way around. No, let's move that. Whoa, that's 20 kilos, that's cow pat. Oh. Voyons, qu'est-ce qu'on voit? Non, pas grand chose maintenant, merde. Pas génial la vue, mais bon, faudra faire avec. Now I must not touch the machine. I take some of the paste. Et voilà, je ne sais pas si vous voyez ça, peut-être pas. Smear it on the trunk and with the tree. Lots of healing and well-being. Now this paste is similar to us putting a clay mask on our faces, but say if we had put aloe vera in it or something really nourishing. It would be very much similar to that. So it's replenishing and it's also detoxing. Trees are like us, they do carry toxins. If there's any metals or any chemicals in the ground, they will suffer for it, just like we do. And this tree I'm particularly fond of because it's a tiolulu tree. It's a tree of the guinea fowls. Most nights they roost on it, and they have done so for about 5 years, and this tree was only tiny then. And it's an oak. It's got very funny looking leaves. Quite pointy. Well, yes, I thought it was not an oak. Like not a maple, but something a bit strange, but it is an oak. Now I don't want to use all the paste on one tree, as this is all I've got left for all the trees, and there are some which are much more in need than this one. So I will only use a little bit. I've already used a couple of handfuls. Because you're getting so big, you need more and more, but you've got cracks up here. I try to put some in the cracks. Because cracks could show weakness rather than putting it everywhere, as the rabbits don't seem to go for this one. Yes, that's a thing. You need to make sure your clothes are not a problem, because some of that will fall if you go too high in the tree. Okay, well, this one I will just do it like that. That's plenty for now. And I'll come back if there is some more. And little tree. Thank you for looking after the guinea fowls, and thank you. And sorry for your branches have been cut. I'm so sorry. And I will grow back beautiful again. Let's go and see the walnut tree over there. those hens? Oh, they're gone. Never mind. It's fine. Oh, there they are. Over there. You ladies, you know, you're not meant to be there. Okay, this walnut tree. It's not very good, your picture, is it? Okay, hold on a minute. Not very good at all, never mind. Okay, this is a walnut tree, it's very young. Got, can you see there? Maybe not. The branch has been cut, it doesn't look too good. There's a little hole in the middle of that. It might form a hole in later life. And it also has a split. Actually, I could use one hand. No, I'll show you on another tree which I've not done at all, rather than this one. It's got a split in the bark at the bottom. I don't know from what. It's very odd, but I've already put muck in it last night. The paste. So I'll put some in that hole there, in that where it's been hurt. There you are. Yes, I know you like it. I can see that. It's really nice to do that. I found this recipe on an American website. What they explained was, I don't know how they found the recipe, the idea of putting clay, sand and fresh cow muck. No idea where it's from, but they said their apple trees had disease and they had not very good yields, and what happened, they did put that paste on, and the first year there was no difference. However, the second year their crops had changed. They had more apples, they weren't as hard, they weren't as pest ridden, and the tree was healthier. So it does take a while to show, so I'm not expecting miracles overnight. I'll be patient and wait till next year to see what happens. But I know that it will help the tree, and it's, according to them, it doesn't get washed off by rain, which is interesting. I don't know if it's the clay or the sand. Well, yes, clay is impervious to water, isn't it? So it's, yeah. And yes, so it doesn't go away, which is good, but it forms a protective layer over the tree. But it doesn't stop the tree from breathing either. I can see whether it is split at the bottom. Retriever. Yes, you got a bit of a scar here. I don't know what happened to you. Maybe you got eaten by the rabbits. When you were young, eh? Those bloody rabbits. They really are pain in the ass. There's chemicals everywhere. So many of them, just like. Oh, you've got another little hole here. Yes, you probably have been eaten by something. So have you got most of it? Yes, you've got most of it here. Again, I can't put too much because I've only got a little bit for all the trees. So I'll put another handful and then that's you done. Yes. Oops. The cow manure, according to the website, which I may post the link afterwards. The cow manure has to be fresh. The fresher the better, because old cow manure is already transformed into something else. It would be nice to have more history about how this turned up. Who found the recipe? Voila. The thing with the crushed volcanic rock is that has many minerals, trace minerals, and they are not available straight away, but they end up being made available by bacteria. Bacteria, well, it will be full of bacteria, this, so it will be lovely. Oh, what's happening there? Jackdaw fighting with a crow in the sky. Someone must be after the babies. So they didn't eat each other's young. Voilà. So this one, you see this? Yes, with the hands? No, not quite. There it is. So this one had gaffer tape around it. I don't know if we can see. No, it's covered now, but the gaffer tape, that was to protect it from the rabbits. Unfortunately, it was wet when the gaffer tape was put on, and there was large amounts of mold when I removed the gaffer tape. This tree has been eaten by rabbits, and it's doing its best, but it's the one next to it. It was also white mold all over where the gaffer tape was, and it had white mold in some parts of the branches. The same white mold, so it's interesting. It had transferred to other places. The tree is obviously not happy. But this one has got some mold on the leaves and a bit of disease. I can't see, not as much as a little one next door though. No, it's probably in the best health it can, this tree, really. With what it was given, the rabbit sucking at it and sapping it. Little rabbits. If only I knew how to shoot. Actually, the other day I saw a rabbit which looked like it had, is it myxomatosis? It was not very bright looking. It had swollen eyes, so it could be the end of the rabbits for this property. If it transfers, it will kill them off, which is good for a while, but it means then the polecat and everything that runs after the rabbit will then change the focus and start attacking the chickens instead. But hopefully it's not for a while. I don't think it will spread that quickly. Maybe it does. I don't know really. So what have you got on this side, little tree? Madame the hen, you can stay there, it's okay. I'm not chasing you off. I know you like that sort of smell, don't you? It smells very nice, cow pats. For a hen. Particularly if there's worms in it. There's no worms in this one, it's too fresh. So because it's a fruiting tree, I will give it more than the other trees. They are nice eating apples, but they are very hard. Oh, we'll see in 2 years what happens. Well, in a year rather, a year and a half. What will the result be? And I'll do some more in a few months to put extra around their bases, because one thing we learn on that website, or did I say that earlier? I sort of spoke about the pests and how it made them better. But the pests, when they drop off the apple tree, they go into the ground, go dormant for the winter, and then climb back up at the springtime. But with that on, they don't recognize this as a tree because of the smell and the substrates in it. And so they don't go back on the tree, they disappear. So it's very exciting. Now where have you got some bark missing here? They say it's best to put as much as we can along the main branches. But again, not having that much, I'd have to go back to the farm to get more milk, and I've got to get some clay from somewhere. It's quite expensive clay, so I don't want to have to spend £60. This clay to do all these trees cost me about £30. Oops. It was sodium bentonite powder from clearoffminerals.com, whom I don't get any favors from by saying their names, but they are really good people. They sell zeolite, clipnotilolite as well, good quality. Danish diatomaceous earth, which is excellent against mildew and pests, and also removing toxins. And they say they sell the white one as well, if you prefer the white one, but it's not as efficient with mildew and pests. They sell really good things. It's worth going on their website if you like all that sort of thing. Now I've not done the back, I'll do a bit of that back. So your tree, oh, we've got one damaged branch here that's been cut off. There we go. And one here. I like to put it over the wounds. It will help. So you're done. I can't find a bit of disease to show you on that tree. It must be better than I thought last night. It's got a few curly leaves, like here. Is that the ones with stuff in it, like insects? Yes, is it? Yeah, it's got it's got those stuff, the aphids. So hopefully this will help you be stronger and not need aphids. What I noticed yesterday on a lot of the damaged trees is there were a lot of ants on them, which is a sign of aphid, but not just that. I don't know, it's not a good idea, I think, to have too many ants on a tree. It doesn't feel right somehow. There's a fly there enjoying the trunk. Yes, it smells nice for flies. Ok, on va où maintenant? Est-ce qu'on va ce tree là? You're going to get a little bit, aren't you? And then we'll go to the other apple tree and go in the other gardens. Okay, this one, can you see here now? I'm going to remove my glove and show the damage that this tree has. You see, it's a very young tree. It's got a hole in there that looks a bit too deep. Well, it's not super deep, but it's too deep. There's damage here at the base. Oh yes, it's been eaten. Oh, oh madame, yes. I'm pulling out the worms, probably. You can come and dig. Yes, there might be something for you there. They run as soon as I start pulling things out like weeds. So that's the damage on this tree. And its trunk is not looking brilliant either. That split there. So I don't know what tree that is. It's that sort of thing. So some trees, I know the bark is meant to go, but you see it's young and it's already got lichen, which that's a symbiotic thing, isn't it? Lichen, it's like fungi and mushroom. No, that's the same. Fungi and bacteria, is it? I don't know. But again, it's a thing that grows on trees that are struggling. So it tells me that there is stuff in these trees that shouldn't be in it, which is what do you call it? Altering its health. So this one, even though it's not a fruiting tree, I'll put plenty on and see what it does. Oh, I've not removed all the weeds. Damn it. Right. The hands are finding their treasures of worms. Aren't you, ladies? To a point that they are not interested in coming here where I'm pulling off the grass. Very good, that leaves me plenty of space to do my work. Okay, so what have we got here? Oh, it's damaged at the bottom. Ah, there's ants. Okay, we fill the hole. Portrait tree, beautiful thing. You've got more damage on this side. You see, that's going to help you. It's a shame I didn't keep a tree with gaffer tape on it to show you how white it was. I thought about it last night when I saw them, but I felt so pitiful towards them. I went to cover it straight away, so the tree could start healing without having to wait. That was silly because it would have made the video more interesting. They're getting big, those trees. I'm not sure how thick to layer it, but in this case I'll just put the minimum on. The minimum is just a thin layer, really. It seems quite important that the cow muck is not strawy, because if I had straw to worry when I'm spreading this, it would be a lot harder. And also, straw would decompose quicker and not protect the tree for as long as me. But that could be wrong, I don't know, it's just something about it. Sorry, butterfly or things that flew off. I don't mean to disturb you. You're going to grow even stronger, aren't you, tree? This should be, maybe, also a deterrent for any large mammals who may want to nibble at the tree barks. I'm thinking of the cerf, venison type beasts, whatever their true name is. There's a few around here. There's also munkjacks, and they do like to eat the bark of trees. And put one more handful, and then we'll go to the other apple tree. And good luck too. I wish you the best. I've got a bit of splitting up there. Be interesting to see where the moss zeolite grows, to see if it's anywhere near where the tree has been damaged. There's a split here, so I'll put a bit more on this. It's a sort of a split as much as a lump. It looks like something has happened here. There you are, that's you for now, that's you done. Here, nothing too bad. Oh, there's a split here on the little branch. Okay, that's it. We go to the apple tree next. Oh no, my trousers is falling down. Excuse me for a minute. That's better. Thank you very much. Oh, well, never mind. I will not comment on what's happening the other side of the camera. Now we'll go to that tree here. Where are we facing? Facing here. this tree didn't have the gaffer tape treatment because I got in before the rabbit got it and put this plastic thing on instead. So this one has not been eaten this year by rabbits, which is very nice. But it was eaten last year. So it has got some bark missing. The grass out and then show you. Yes, it's quite damaged. And this nice as well. Let's have a look at this tree. This is the first one of all these apple trees here. The white is not mold, it's the zeolite powder that I put on last year to help it, but it's not quite enough. You can see the damage. Come on, focus camera. Has it got dirt on it now? Yes, there's quite a lot of bark missing here, there. This side as well. And I've already put some last night on some parts that were damaged. And what is the state of this tree? It's one of the healthiest ones. It hasn't got that much damage. On the leaves there's a little bit there. Yeah, it's in the best condition again. It hasn't got too many bare branches. It's got a few, but I don't know if they're meant to grow leaves all over. I don't know apple trees that much. Someone in Herefordshire would know. Where are we? Is that? That's right, isn't it? Yes, that's a tree. Okay, so back to our gloves and back to putting paste on this one. We'll put plenty on because this tree has been very brave. And has given us some apples. By the way, I say we, but it's not my property. So the apples I've had from it, I've not taken that many. But I've been offered some. And I thank the tree because even if I haven't eaten them all, or most of them, or whatever, it's still nice to have that beautiful tree at home. I mean, that's temporary home, of course. It's all temporary, isn't it? So thank you, tree, for your apples. Thank you for your health. Thank you for your vitality. And thank you for influencing your surroundings so your conditions become the best they could ever be. got a few damages on the branches. Like here, I don't think you can see that now. You can't. There are places where the bark has split and it had tried, it's regrown a bit, but doesn't too good, so I'll put extra on there. Nature tree, you're going to be fantastic after this. You already are fantastic. Even if you don't know it. Hello, madame. Oh, there's more hens coming. Ooh. They shouldn't be here, should they, the hens? There's 4 of you now. Make sure you don't go in the flower garden, or else you get well told off. Huh? Yes, you're very nice, aren't you? When you arrived, you were in very bad condition. You had hardly any feathers. But now you can see you're beautiful, aren't you? I recognize her because the new feathers are much darker than her old ones. And she still has a few old ones, but not many, on her back. That's where I'm looking. She had no feathers, hardly a few wing feathers, poor thing. And what's interesting is when she arrived, even though it was autumn, she pretended to go broody so she could stop laying eggs, and then gave herself the time to regrow the feathers. I thought that was very clever of her. The broody period only lasted a week. Very interesting. That's it, this tree is done. I'll pick up the plastic tree protections afterwards. And I'll go to the cherry trees. The one I didn't go to earlier. There's plenty of trees. Oh no, look, there's another apple tree there. My favorite apple tree. It's so beautiful. Oh, shame, I should have looked over here instead. What can you see? There he is. This apple tree is so beautiful. It's a cooking apple tree, that one. And it's so brave, because even when it was tiny, it still made a few apples, and they were enormous, and its poor branches were dangling. Good morning. It was eaten by rabbits 2 years ago, that one. I can't see anything.